Hi guys, so this is me again, Eva from Bay Harbor Med Spa, and I'm going to answer some questions that we picked up today. And I'm actually going to read out these questions, because I think some of them are very sweet, very kind, and guys, I actually enjoy reading your questions, just so you know. And I feel when the questions come from the heart, like sincerely. So sometimes when I read them, I pick up on it and then I feel like, okay, I have to answer this and address this to this particular person. So I have few today that I'm going to address by name, but on a specific topic. So this one is going to be, and hold on because I have to look at my email. So this one is from a very sweet young lady by the name of Megan. And she writes with a lot of gratitude to me. So I want to read her email and then I'm going to answer it. So here's the email. I am so happy I've come across this. So my face is horrible. I feel like everything I am trying to use it is drying my face out or it's not clearing my skin. I need help, guys. Most my breakouts now are on my forehead, and then there is some definitive on the side where both cheeks bones are. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying everything with salicylic acid. It's drying my face out even with 2%, but I'm using moisturizer regardless, Clinique. Thanks so much for your time. It's appreciated. XOXOXOXO. She is a 20-year young female, and she's even more cuter because she says she is black and white. So I want to answer this question, and I want to explain something. Sometimes when the skin is so clogged or so oily, and we use products to dry it or get rid of the pimples, and then we don't balance it out, the skin will dry out. Because do understand that, for instance, salicylic acid will help to clear or dry or shrink the pimple. Because just for your knowledge, do you know what salicylic acid is? Salicylic acid is made out of aspirin. Do you know aspirin? So when they use salicylic acid, it aspirin is okay. But the product itself, the salicylic acid itself, if not balanced with appropriate products, even if it is in the smallest percentage, very often can dry the skin out. And then, of course, it's very hard to balance because you dry it, it's flaky. Now you are using a moisturizer and it's still not penetrating and you don't know what to do. And then you have a combination skin because you are young, and then your ethnic background, you are a mixture, so you might have probably a little bit more oily skin, so you don't know what to do. So you say, okay, but I'm using a moisturizer, I'm trying to dry out the vapor, why it's not working? Well, first of all, Megan, do you know why it's not working? Because the moisturizer cannot penetrate your skin. Why? Because it's clogged. How is it clogged? From the salicylic acid. It's dry. It's flaky. It's like if you would look in a magnifying glass or a mirror, 5 times magnifier, you could see that wherever you use the salicylic acid, it's like a scab, a transparent, invisible scab. You can feel it with your hand, but you perhaps with a naked eye sometimes cannot see. And that dries the skin. That clogs the skin. It's like glue glued on the surface of the skin. You can put 10,000 moisturizers on your face till King Bak 2 and nothing will happen. The moisturizer will not go in and your skin still will be dry and you will be frustrated. You will say, I'm spending money, I'm using. Why is it not working? Well, it's not working because the products were not used correctly, or the products are really not so very much suitable for the condition of your skin. Because salicylic acid, in my opinion, has a place if it is followed with the appropriate treatment products afterwards. So you see, guys, this is not only for Megan, but it's for everybody out there. When I preach to you guys, and when I explain to you guys, and when I say, guys, it is so important to use the right products and to moisturize your skin and to use the right acids on the right skin tone and the right skin color, it's not because I am trying to sell you a product, because I have no control over it, but it's because common sense, because it is logical that if you want something to work, the skin has to be ready. The skin under the surface of the skin, the epidermis, the dermis, has to be ready to absorb it so it can go in. But if we are going to dry the surface, not Clinique and nobody, no moisturizer, not even mine will go in if the skin on the surface is clogged and it's dried out from the salicylic acid. Doesn't matter what the percentage is, it's dried out. So what should Megan do? And what should everybody else in Megan's shoes do? I can only recommend that you go to my website. You, Megan, and everybody else that has the same problem. Pimples, dry skin on the surface, try to dry the skin, use products, they dried it. You have a moisturizer, don't have a moisturizer, it's not going in. What to do? So here's what I suggest. If you guys have the same problem as Megan, and you have oily skin and you have some blackheads and you have some blemishes, but I'm not talking about discoloration. I'm just now talking only about pimples, blackheads, whiteheads, and dry skin or clogged skin. Go to my website and get the oily acne skin product line. The oily acne skin product line, in your case, Megan, and thousands others that are in your shoes, is very suitable for your skin. And I tell you why. Not because I make it or because I sell it, but I tell you why. Because it consists of 5 items. It has a microdermabrasion scrub in there. It has a pimple lotion in there. It has a toner in there. It has a moisturizer and has a cleanser. However, all 5 products in there are absolutely 100% formulated by me for this and your particular condition, which is skin that is oily, skin that has breakouts, skin that you would like to clear up. And the way and the reason I suggested you get it, because it has a very important component in it, and it's the microdermabrasion scrub. Why do I say this? Because you, Megan, right now have clogged skin, right? You use salicylic acid and you have dry skin, no moisturizer can go in. So what I want you to do is, when you buy the oily skin acne line product, you will use the microdermabrasion first, and you will abrade your skin, your whole skin, and you will concentrate particularly on the areas where the skin is blemished, where you will feel that they are like fine scabs or it's congested. So the microdermabrasion will help to uncongest the skin. Okay, so we want the top layer, the dry skin, to come out completely. Listen, right? And use your logic. So we use the microdermabrasion, get rid of it completely, right? Abrade it. How you abrade it? You take a little bit, usually in the shower. I do mine in the shower because the microdermabrasion is like gold. It's so amazing for any skin type and any skin condition. So I use it in the shower. Obviously, you know, I don't have acne. I am past that age of acne. And I make my face wet in the shower, then I take a little bit. How much? This much, like my finger here, you see? This much, like a little bit, like 1 cent. I take, put it on my face. So that's what you do, Megan. You put it, and then with circular motions, you scrub, 20 seconds, half a minute, and the crystals feel like sand until you feel that most of the crystals fell off. So, and then you concentrate on the areas where you have all these blemishes and where you have this congested skin or where you have these scabs from the salicylic acid. Then you rinse your face off in the shower with water. You step out from the shower. Then you can use the toner. The toner, why is the toner important? Because the toner is a pH balance. Why is pH balance? Now that we abraded the skin is like this. We want to balance the skin and make the skin neutral. That means we don't want the skin to be not oily. We don't want the skin to be too dry. We want the skin to be like this, in the middle, neutral, rested. So the pH will be neutralized by the toner. You use the toner, you wipe your face with the toner, you take a little bit of the toner, put on a piece of cotton, wipe your face. Now your face is ready to accept whatever you are going to put on it. That means the skin will absorb it above, from the epidermis down to the dermis, and voila, that will then in turn moisturize the skin, and you will stop producing more oil, and your skin will stop being congested, and your skin suddenly will feel moisture, and you will feel suddenly, there is a relief now. So you put the moisturizer on. This is, let's say if you did that in the morning, if you did the microdermabrasion, stepped out, then use the toner, and then after the toner you put the moisturizer. Now, in the evening, on a regular basis, you clean your face in the evening with the cleanser. There's a foaming cleanser in that product line. You clean your face. There's a tea tree in there, so it sterilizes. It's an antiseptic, but it doesn't dry your skin out excessively. It will clean your skin off. You take a little bit, wash your whole face. You can actually take your makeup off with it too. Wash your face. Then you rinse it off with a washcloth, with a clean little washcloth. You massage it, rinse it off. Then you take the toner, you put on a piece of cotton, you wipe your whole face with it. Let's say this was at night. And let's just say, for the sake of conversation, that you have some pimples. Well, after you cleansed with the cleanser, cleansed with the toner, you prepare the skin, now you will take the pimple lotion, you will shake it well, and you will put a pimple lotion only, and listen carefully, only on the pimples, wherever you have pimples, only on the pimples. The rest of the face, you will take a little bit of the moisturizer and put it all over your face, but you will leave the area where you put the pimple lotion on alone. You don't put a moisturizer on it. So that is your regimen for the night. You use cleanser, toner, pimple lotion if you have pimples, and moisturizer. The pimple lotion is only to be used when you have pimples. How long? You don't use pimple lotion every day. You don't use pimple lotion all over your face. A pimple lotion usually 3, 4, 5 days you should be done. Then in the morning you get up, you take a shower. You don't have to use the cleanser, because most of the time if you follow my directions and you clean your face at night, well, you don't need to use a cleanser. Shower in the morning, step out, take the toner, wipe your face with the toner, and put the moisturizer on. And then you put mineral makeup, sunblock, your makeup, and voila, you can go out. 3 times a week, either morning or evening. You will start with the microdermabrasion scrub. You will scrub your face. You will remove all the dead skin. You will remove all the dryness. Get rid of that, rinse it off, step out from the shower, wipe your face with the toner. And yes, if you have pimples and you did the microdermabrasion, you can use the drying lotion for the pimples and put the drying lotion only on the pimples, and then on the rest of the face you put the moisturizer. If you don't have pimples, then you only do microdermabrasion at night, the toner and the moisturizer, and buona noche, you go to sleep. That's it. If you have pimples, you use the pimple lotion 3, 4, 5 nights on clean, clear skin until the pimples go away. Microdermabrasion is used 3 times a week. The rest is used morning and evening. When you use microdermabrasion, you don't have to use a cleanser. When you use microdermabrasion, and you have pimples, you can use the pimple lotion. So the pimple lotion has no bearing if it's cleaned only with a cleanser or it's cleaned with a microdermabrasion scrub. Makes no difference. The pimple lotion is there to go in and help and dry and shrink the pimple and kill the germ and the bacteria. The moisturizer will penetrate into your skin because the skin is ready to accept the moisturizer, to accept everything that you put on it, because remember, we unclogged it. So this is why my product line for oily acne skin is so much better than anything else out there. For one, because I made it. It's me. Second, because the product line really works, and the product line is target oriented for a particular problem. Remember, guys, I make these products for you out there. But how do I make them? Not because I pick up a book and I say, okay, A, B, C. No. It's because 36 years I treat you guys' skin. And my knowledge and my experience and my common sense here in this cabeza, in this head, is the one that said, okay, we need this, 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 this. And if I can give this to my clients and my patients, well, then I can give it to you guys out there. And so, yes, not all of you have me. And you can't have me because I'm in Miami, and I can only be in Miami. I can't be all over the world. But you can have a mini-me, 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 me, but mini. How do you have mini-me? By my products. So I formulated the products that if, first of all, that they work for you, and secondly, if you don't have me, you have a mini-me. Instead, my hands, it will be you hands, but with my products. So I hope, Megan, that it helps you, and I believe that here at the bottom you have the address of my website. You can go and you can order the products. And we can talk, and I'll gladly listen after I follow up with you and you let me know how you are doing. I know they work. Okay? So until next time, adios. Thank you, Eva. Bye.